Welcome back. Today's guest is a very special man. First, he's a very close family friend. Then he is the ex-MD of Britannia Industries, and he was the man who brought Britannia Industries into prominence. He's also on the board of the Prasar Bharati, and besides anything, he's a very interesting man who always makes you feel happy and jolly when you meet him.
Hi, Zarine. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Sunil?
Super good.
So nice to see you at my show. Come, please.
There was no way I could say no to your command, and that's it.
You know, you go back so many years. Our friendship must be when I think...
For 30 years, at least. And since both of us had child marriages, we are still young.
Today, you know, I'm going to cook you some very good food, which I hope you will enjoy. Something different, but very special.
Look, your food, I enjoy all the time. I love sitting at your table, and then you've got Sanjay sitting on one side with the Western food, and I've got all the Indian dishes in front of me. And we're sitting like a family with two different kinds of meals at the same time and having an interesting conversation. It's gone on for years.
Especially made for you when you come.
Absolutely. You know, I love the heated arguments in your house, and then we cool off over food, and that's it. And it's great.
Thank you. But you're also very special, and your family is very special. Maya is special to me.
Yeah.
I love her very much, and she's one of my dear friends, so it's always good.
You know, as far as we are concerned, I mean, Maya and you have got along, and I think your daughter and my daughter have got along. And it's amazing that our friendship has gone. The children have not been influenced because dad and mom are friends, we have to be friends.
Yeah.
They've had their own independent relationship, which is fabulous. Women have been special in my life, in any case. Whether they know how to cook or not comes later, but the fact remains that women are far more interesting. They are far more knowledgeable these days. They work twice as hard. And it's quite an interesting scene for me to be going around. And today I've gone into supporting women's empowerment also.
So let's say cheers to women.
Absolutely. I don't know if any of the girls have learned how to cook, huh?
Well,
that's what.
but you'll be happy to know there's another very special guest who's coming in also. But I'm going to keep that a secret for the time being. Before that, you're going to help me cook.
Before the second guest comes?
Yes.
My God, are you sure I won't ruin your dish?
No. I want you to be there and be my assistant, maybe. So if you're going to help me cook, let's go, assistant. We'll go into the kitchen right away.
Let's go.
I'm going to make you a very special dish today. It's called the Prawn Patia.
I was looking for some Mughlai food today.
I knew you like Mughlai, but believe me, once you taste the Prawn Patia, you'll forget about the Mughlai food that I cook for you. We have lit this fire's lit. There's going to be a little oil put in. Till the oil heats, we will cut the onions. So about 3 tablespoons of oil I put in first. The onions have got to be cut into about, say, 2 or 3 onions.
But Zarine, watching you work is an amazing sight in itself.
Thank you. I hope it's a good one, at least. Okay, now we take all this and we put it into the frying pan. And let it brown lightly till it goes a light brown. And also along with it, we put some of these curry pattas.
So you put the curry patta right in the beginning, is it?
Right in the beginning, as it simmers. And of course, we can't forget the salt. Now, this is where the spoons come in.
Okay.
I'm going to tell Maya that the next time she should let you... By the way, she makes a very good that Hyderabadi prawn curry, right?
She does. Amazing.
Yes, I know. Because she's given me the recipe and I've got that. So I also cook that.
Super. Because then I've got to taste this and then we'll compare the two.
Absolutely. We have to let it wait till it becomes little light brown. After a little while, we take a little spoon like this and then we add the spices.
But how much are you adding? Huh? Because what happens to most cooks and cookbooks is that when you have to be quite specific that if you're cooking half a kilo of prawns, then you cannot add more than 1 teaspoon or
You're
half a
very right.
teaspoon.
Well, half a kg of prawns would be 2 teaspoons of this red chili and a pinch of haldi, about quarter teaspoon. And also 1 teaspoon of this dhania powder. Now, as this is simmering and it's becoming, see, light brown, it's taken in all that, we add a little bit of the garlic, about 2 or 3 spoons. You have to have a little bit of...
Garlic is a major ingredient in this, because the rest is a dash and you put massive amounts of garlic.
Not massive. In this, we put about 2 teaspoons. You see, you must also, there's not a rigid rule. You see how it goes and then you play by the ear. That's a good cook has to have that little andaza, as they say, you know. But if you really want to go by the book, then about 2 teaspoons of garlic. Now, after this is done, we pour in all of this together.
And this is tomatoes?
These are tomato juice, the juice of the tomato taken, you know. And now we let it simmer for some time.
So this in Punjabi cooking would be called the tadka that you are preparing before you put the prawns.
Yes. You know, Sunil, I must tell you also this. The prawn patia is why it's a specialty, because you first bake the white rice, you put it on the plate, then you have the yellow, as we call it, the peeli dal.
Right.
And you put the peeli dal, and then over the peeli dal, you put this prawn patia.
Oh, wow.
So it really tastes, the dish is very good, and it's called dhandar patio in the Parsi way.
So one thing which is good about Indian cooking is you can't ever be called a racist when you say pili dal, kali dal. You're no longer a racist, because we also say in Punjabi pili dal and kali dal, which is good.
I am also putting a paste
that's a lot of chilies. No?
Yeah, a little bit, you know, just to give it that little flavor and make it red in color, to get its color. See how the color comes?
So I thought when you put a lot of chilies, the color comes on the face of the guy who's eating it, but it also comes on the dish. It's great.
Sunil, I have to see that this doesn't become too thick, so I think we'll put a little bit of the water in it, just for an extra gravy. So do you think we'll pass me the water from
so
there?
this is going to make the difference now. I've actually contributed.
Let me see you pour
How
a
much,
little
how
bit
much?
in.
You better
I'll tell you,
stop me
very
in
little.
time,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Oh, that's
Okay.
enough. Yeah.
That's too much?
No, that's not too much. That's just right.
See, I told you that I'm a bad helper, but a great eater.
No, now you've seen this, how we've prepared this dish.
Right.
I am sure you'll be able to make it yourself.
So we keep waiting till this
No,
simmers.
1 minute. This is already, see, you can see the bubbles come
the
up.
bubbles have come up, right.
Now the bubbles have come up. Now we put in the prawns and let it all cook together.
Wow.
See, look at the gravy, the thick gravy, huh?
Yeah. So you haven't boiled the prawns or anything before that?
No.
They're just fresh prawns?
Yeah. See how it looks. So then here we'll cut coriander. We put some of it on.
So you don't wait to add it as a garnishing, huh? At the end, you wait, you put it in when it cooks.
Yeah, no, now the prawns are cooked.
Okay.
So when the prawns are cooked, then you put last this as a garnish and you lower the flame. So you put this and then you take these full chilies and you slit the chili again to keep them intact.
Right.
And you put it in, about 4 or 5, not too much. My son Zaid, he's such a great cook. And more than that, my husband Sanjay, he's one of the best cooks in his time.
Yeah, but they've all told me that they started cooking because you whipped them into shape. Otherwise, they were refusing to cook.
Sunil will always say something that will make you laugh. And now we'll lower this even more and we'll wait for another 2 minutes and the patia is done.
Terrific.
Okay, now the dish is ready, Sunil. And now you can pass me the spoon.
So this is the biggest chamcha you've got, which is me.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, the taste is because of the water that you made me put. It's got nothing to do with your cooking.
Okay, I agree.
And the spoons that I'm passing you are making all the difference.
See? See the sauce.
Wow, this looks terrific.
Huh? Would you like Maya to learn this recipe from me?
till I have not fully eaten, and I'm going to compare it to the Hyderabadi prawns, and then I will say my final decision.
Okay, I give you that time.
Both are bound to be good. Can I just clean this out from here?
Yes, how sweet.
Wow.
You want to lick it? Now this dish is ready to be served. It's called the Prawn Patia.
You mean ready to be served and eaten?
And eaten. And if you've missed something, here's the recap.
You mean it's not in your recipe book?
It is.
So therefore, if you don't know how to read, wait for the recap.
For Prawn Patia, in a pan, add 2 to 3 tablespoon oil and heat it. Add 2 diced onions and saute it till light brown. Add 8 to 10 curry leaves, salt to taste and mix well. Now add half teaspoon turmeric powder, 2 teaspoon red chili powder, 2 teaspoon coriander powder, mix well and let it fry. Add 3 teaspoon garlic paste, 300 ml tomato puree, stir continuously and cook it on a slow fire till it is half cooked. Add 2 tablespoon red chili paste. Add little water for extra gravy and bring it to boil. Now add 500 gram prawns, lower the heat and bring it to a boil. Add finely chopped coriander, 4 to 5 green chilies. Add 2 to 3 tablespoon lemon juice and cook it on slow fire for 5 minutes till the oil comes on top. Your delicious prawns patia is ready to be served.
And now we are going to have another guest who's one of my favorite persons. Would you like to guess?